Hello, this is a very quick look at the Vantrue N2 dual dash cam. This is a first for me. I've never seen a dual dash cam before. This has a camera on the front and the back. So this is the back section where you've got the screen. This is the front section with the main camera. And then around this side you've got a rear facing camera, and that's adjustable, and that looks back at you, the driver, and what's going on in the car, and maybe what's coming up behind you via your rear mirror. To look at, it's actually quite small in the hand considering the technology involved. So you can see it's less than 10 centimeters, and I've had dash cams, just forward facing ones, that are about the same width, so that's a real bonus. And it's not too deep either, so although it's not the smallest dash cam I've tried, it's packing a lot into a nice compact form. On the top you've got the dash mount, the quick release, and that's where you get the power as well, which is a great bit of design. USB slot AV out around one side. This is also where you put the micro SD card, and for the price I'm surprised one doesn't come with it. There's a set of control buttons just underneath, and this is what you use to get this powered on and set up. So there you can see on the camera, you can see both the front camera as it's looking forwards and the rear camera as it's looking at you. So the M button just underneath is how you get to the menu, and it's well worth digging through this and getting it set up and making sure, for example, that you've got the time set correctly so that when it's recording the correct timestamp. Have a good look through though, there's quite a lot of different options. There is a GPS setting, but there's no GPS built in, unfortunately. I think that's an additional module that you'll have to buy if you want to log your GPS coordinates. The screen mount is a clever bit of two-in-one design in that it's not only a quick release screen mount, but also is where you can plug in the power, so you don't have to mess around with wires on the camera itself. Just plug the wire into that screen mount, and then when you want to release it, there's no unplugging cables if you want to remove the camera from the car. Also comes with a USB cable if you want to pull the files off and not remove the SD card. And in another great bit of design, it comes with a long power cable for in-car, which also acts as a USB charging point, so you can charge your phone up while using this dash cam. So it actually records two different video files. You get a front facing video file and a rear facing video file. They're labelled the same, but one's A, one's B. So this is the front facing video file, and you can see it's capturing a nice wide angle view, and it's capturing all three lanes. You can read the signs correctly, you can even read the number plates if you get up close. If I bring up the rear facing camera, so this is exactly in time. You see that car passing me in the rear view is now coming up front, and again I'm passing this truck, and if you look at the rear camera it's behind me, and here comes another car up behind me, so you get a real sense of what's going on. You can see both forwards and backwards. If an accident was to happen, you'd be able to see where the collision came from. Notice on both it's recording the time, the date, but it's not doing speed or the GPS coordinates because there's no GPS logger, which is unfortunate. As I say, it'd be great if that came in with it. And so here we are, you can see the sign nice and clearly, you can read that's the A34, 50 miles an hour. Really great little system. It does also record sound, so I'll just play you some of the sound that it's recorded just to give you a feel for the background noise it picks up. So you can hear it does pick up the general background noise. If I'd have had the stereo on, you'd hear the music. I had actually done a bit of talking to the camera while I was driving just to pick up some voice. What I hadn't realised though is that because I only had a 4 gig memory card, and because it's recording two cameras at the same time, it eats up storage space quite quickly, and so the video, this little video I'd done just while I was stuck in traffic, actually has been recorded over. So that's one thing to note. You're going to want to buy yourself a nice large memory card, especially if you're doing a lot of travelling, because two video streams are going to eat up the space very quickly. So I think this has got some really great design features. I love the fact that you power the windscreen mount rather than the camera itself, so when you want to take it out you can do nice and easily. Putting the micro SD card in is a little bit tricky, and make sure you get a nice large one, and the actual charging points being a USB charger as well is a great bonus. Footage, as you can see, is very good, and I really like the fact that you get both forwards and rear view. That gives you a lot more evidence, I guess, if something happens, because normally in front facing cameras you only see one direction, which is forward. So if you go in the back of someone, okay, you've got evidence of that. But if someone hits you at the side or the rear, all you'll ever really have is the crashing noise, and the camera will jerk around a little bit. Whereas on this, you would actually capture something in that rear view as well as the front, so you know exactly what's going on. So a great dashcam overall. It could have made even better value by throwing in the GPS logging and a micro SD card, but I suspect doing so would push the price up a little bit too high because this already has two brilliant cameras. I hope you found this short review useful. Thanks for watching.